Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I will be teaching you how to play the game known as Pidro. Pidro is a game widely known throughout the South Louisiana, and a lot of people play it. It is a 4-person game. Each person has one partner, so it is teams of 2. Your partner normally sits directly across from you, while the opposing team sits on each side of you. Throughout this video, you're going to hear me talk about point cards and trump cards. Point cards are the ace, which is 1 point, the 10, which is 1 point, the jack, which is 1 point, the 5 of the same color of the suit that you're in, and each 5 is worth 5 points, and these are known as the Pidros. The deuce is also worth 1 point. Trump cards are all of these cards in the suit that we're in. The game is normally started off by picking a dealer. How you pick the dealer is you have a shuffled deck of cards and you lay them down on the table. Each person picks a card. Since he picked the highest card, he deals first. Keep in mind for this example, the dealer is going to be sitting right here. So when the dealer deals, he deals 3 cards at a time, starting to the person to his left, and then goes in a clockwise motion until each player has 9 cards. Once the dealer has 9 cards in his hand, he stops. For this example, I'm going to flip over everybody's cards, even though during a normal game, you would only know what's in your hand. After these 9 cards are dealt, it starts the bidding stage to figure out which suit that we're going to be playing this hand in. The bidding stage starts with me to the left of the dealer, and the lowest amount of points that I could bid is 7, the highest is 14. How I bid is according to the points in my hand. For right now, I have the ace, the king, and the 5 that are all going to go with spades. Since I have 2 very high cards and a point card that is worth 5 points, I would probably say that I could make 7 points throughout this hand. So I would lead off with the bid of saying 7. Since I bid 7 and every other person passed, I won the bid. So I pick which suit that I want to play this round in. I would, of course, pick spades, which is the ace, the king, and the 5. Since we're in spades, you only keep your spades or the 5 of the opposite in the same color of the opposite suit. Then you discard what's left in your hand. Each player does that. Each player needs 6 cards after this portion. So the dealer would continue in that starting to his left and then working clockwise. So I would draw 3 cards. And then he, since he's the dealer, can look at the bottom of the cards for any more possible cards. He would take the 6 and then take 3 off cards to where he has 6 cards in his hand and then discard the rest of the deck. Now, since I won the bid at the beginning, I lead. And since I have the ace, I'm going to lead with my highest possible card, which is the ace. Our opponent, to my left, then goes. And he does not want to give me any high cards or any point cards. So he will more than likely either play his 3 or 4. For this example, I'm going to play his 3. And then my partner wants to give us as many points as possible, and since he has 2 point cards in his hand, the jack and the Pidro is the 5 of the color of the suit that we're in. That's how we're going to refer to it. So, since the Pidro is worth 5 points and the jack is worth 1 point, my partner wants to give us 5 points. So he would play his 5. The opposing partner, once again, does not want to give us any points or any high cards. But he does have a point card in his hand, and that is the deuce. The deuce has a special rule. And the special rule about the deuce, no matter what the highest card played on the table, whoever plays the deuce gets their point. So he would play the deuce, and then this round of this hand is over. I would take the 5, the ace, and the 3, since I played the ace, and that special rule with the deuce, he would keep his deuce as point cards. All of these cards are now discarded, but we have to save them till the end of the round to figure out how many points each team made. Since I played the highest card last round, I have to go again. I have the king, which is the second highest. I would lead with my king. The opponent, once again, does not want to give us any points, so he would play his 4. My partner, knowing that we need to make 7 points, not knowing what's specifically in my hand, would give us the jack to make sure that we make our 7 points, which would be the ace, jack, and the 5. The opposing team would then play the 6 or the 8. Since no card has a point, he would play his lowest, which is the 6. I would then take, since I played the highest cards, I would then take all 4 of the cards on play and put them in my pile. Once again, since I played the highest card, I lead. I would play my 7. The opponent now has the highest card that could possibly be played is the queen. So he would play his queen. My partner would play his last card, which is the 9, and then he would play his last card, which is the 8. Since he played the queen, he takes all 4 cards on the board, and then he leads. Since he played the queen, he now leads, and he has 1 card left, which is the 10. My partner has no more trump left, so he is out. His partner has no more trump left, so he is out. I have 1 trump left, which is the 5, and I give him the 5, and then we are both out. All of the trump cards are played. With that being said, he takes the 10 and the 5, and then his partner's point then goes to him, so they made 7 points. I made 7. Both teams made 7 points in this hand. Since I bid 7, I get to keep my 7 points that I made. If I would have made 8 and I still bid 7, I would still keep the 8 points. But the only way that I cannot keep all of my points is if I would not have made my 7 points and I would have made 6, then I would go back 7 points instead of making 6 points. But they would still make as many points as they made in that hand. The main objective for this game is for one team to reach 52 first. Whichever team reaches 52 first, they win.